You search for time management tips. And what do you find? 15 tips for effective time management. Time management hacks you can't live without. Have you tried Elon Musk's 5 time management tips? How do I know this? Well, I've done all that for years because I always felt my time management was not good enough. What did I learn? I learned that the tips do not solve my problem. Here's why. My name is Simona. I'm a coach and I'm passionate about time management. That's because I've struggled with it in the past, and sometimes I still do. As I said, I've tried the tips, the hacks, the systems, and in this video, I'll tell you why their power is very limited. I'd also tell you what I think you should do instead. It's not a tip, it's a bus ticket for a long journey. Stay tuned till the end. So, from my tone, it might look like I have beef with time management tips and hacks. And I have a little bit, because they sound like they're gonna help you solve your problems. So here's what I think. They're like the tip of the iceberg. They're the most visible part and the easy part, but the important and biggest part stays underwater and it's hard to reach. So when you apply time management hacks, you might skim a few minutes, you might be more organized, you might get to inbox 0, or you might have, priorities with numbers and letters. My question is, when the moment comes to really make time and work on something important that might even scare you, do they help you with that? When conflicts arise among your priorities and those conflicts involve people, do those hacks help you say no and preserve your relationships? I truly, deeply believe that what is holding us back from having literally the time of our life cannot be fixed with a tip or hack. It has to deal with emotions. It always gets back to that. The good ones, the bad ones, the scary ones, the sorrowful ones, the happy ones, they're there. They're sneaky and sometimes they're difficult to explain. That's the part of the iceberg that you can't see from the surface. That's the deep part. And that's where you need to go to get real change. And that might be difficult because it means that you need to dive in icy water. But that's also where opportunities are. The opportunity to be genuine, the opportunity to bring real value to yourself, to other people, to society, to shine, and to spend your time in a meaningful way. Isn't that what it's all about? Because mindful time management is only marginally about organization, schedule, habits. It's mostly about how do we deal with our emotion and how these emotions interact with our mind on an everyday basis, every moment, every hour. So how do we do that? Well, first and foremost, we need to be aware of those emotions and just recognize them and acknowledge that they are there and that it's okay for them to be there. Only then we can do something about them. Maybe work around it, maybe just plow through and sort of move beyond that emotion, or maybe just face it, especially if it's fear. But certainly what doesn't work is pretending that the submerged part of the iceberg does not exist, and stay on the surface following some random tips. That's gonna make very little difference in our day and in how we manage our time. So here's your bus ticket. Why the bus? I briefly considered a submarine to continue with the iceberg metaphor and explore, but that didn't seem like something that was so relatable. And I like the idea of a journey, so I like the idea of the bus. So here it is. First of all, no destination. Destination is everywhere you want to go. It's a permanent hop on, hop off, so you can, stay in a place that you like, you can move quickly from one place to the next. You decide. Third, there is no assigned seat. You pick where you want to sit, whether maybe sleep all the way in the back of the bus, stay up in front, drive. You can decide where to put your luggage, if you want to keep it close to you, if you want to put it on the roof of the bus, or if you want to leave it back at the last bus stop. And the basic of the terms and conditions for transportation is explore. Explore what you're feeling, the good ones and the bad ones, especially when you're struggling with time management or when it's going particularly well. Explore what your body is saying, what your shoulders are saying, what your gut is saying. Just pay attention to your feelings. And third, pay attention to how you react to what is going on around you. See what your reaction is to what you want to do, and what happens if you find yourself stuck. See what your first reaction is and try to figure out what is going on and what brought on that reaction. But most importantly, be kind to yourself. No one is perfect. And you will find plenty of imperfect but magnificent human beings on your journey, and maybe you're gonna invite them on your bus or kick them off. Up to you. Just be kind to yourself. And yes, be kind to others as well. If you like this video, give it thumbs up, comment, share it with friends, and subscribe to the channel. Check the link in the video description for a list of powerful questions to help you be more mindful of how you live your days and how you manage your time. Questions, not tips. I hope to see you soon.